Hi, I'm Belle, welcome back to my channel, and today is going to be a tag video. So I was tagged in a Christmas tag video by the absolutely lovely Natalie Marie Josey. Hopefully you are all subscribed to her already, but if you aren't, check her out. She's so nice. And is following Slimming World, has done absolutely amazingly on her journey, but also in addition to doing kind of what I eat in a day videos and recipes and all that kind of malarkey, she also does some good kind of shopping haul videos and day in the lives, and she's just really great. So if you haven't checked out Natalie's channel as yet, definitely give it a look. So I think there's a couple of Christmas tag videos going around on YouTube. I've seen some kind of slightly different questions to the ones I'm going to answer today. But I'm just going to do the ones that were in the video that I was tagged in, and hopefully it's all right. She tagged me weeks ago, so I'm sorry it's taken me ages to get round to it. But yeah, anyway, hopefully these will be okay. So question one is, what is my favourite Christmas movie? Have to be honest, I love Christmas, so I love almost anything that has got a bit of a Christmas kind of twist to it. I think my ultimate all-time favourite will definitely be Elf. I watch that all the time, but I also really love The Snowman, because it reminds me of my grandparents and being a kid, and I just, yeah, I love, like, we're walking in the air and all of that kind of stuff, so I love The Snowman. I also this year watched The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. I loved that. And I love Home Alone as well. I've only recently seen the this year's, I think it's the ad for Google, that's like kind of Home Alone. It's got Macaulay Culkin in it. And it's got a bit of a Home Alone kind of theme to it, and I love that advert. I've only kind of noticed it in the last couple of days, so I don't know how long it's been out, but Home Alone I just think is such a good film, and I love like Home Alone 2 as well. Is it Lost in New York or something like that? So yeah, my favourite Christmas movie, if I had to pick just one, would definitely be Elf. Question two is, what is my favourite Christmas song? So again, I am a little bit non-committal on this. If I had to pick one, it would definitely be Fairy Tale of New York. I absolutely love it, and that for me is just such a good song. So Fairy Tale of New York would be my ultimate number one, but I have to say there's loads of Christmas songs I love. I love Christmas carols. I love like things like Santa Baby and yeah, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, all of them, like, absolutely love all kind of Christmas songs, Christmas tunes. My family play in a brass band, and I love when they play kind of Christmas tunes. I love going to carol concerts and hearing all the carols. But yeah, if I had to absolutely pick one, it would be Fairy Tale in New York. Question three is, do I peek at my presents or do I like a surprise? So I don't actually get that many surprise presents. As a family, we are a little bit kind of prescriptive in terms of what we get at Christmas time. So we tend to give quite a defined kind of list of what we want. So I don't often get a surprise. Normally somebody is sent a link and they get me what I want. But I don't really want that much stuff. I'll come on to that in a second. But yeah, in terms of kind of peeking or having a surprise, I definitely don't peek. I just couldn't. I wouldn't want to spoil any surprise that there was. But I don't get that many presents under the tree anyway. I tend to kind of know what I'm being got before. So yeah, definitely do not peek. Question four is, who would I like to kiss under the mistletoe? Well, I'm single this year, so I'd have to say if I was going to pick somebody to kiss under the mistletoe, it could be any of a number of people, but if I had to really narrow it down, I would say probably Tom Hardy, who I think is brilliant. He's a great actor, he's hot, and yeah, he's right up my street. I also really like Ray Winston. I think he's great. I really like Chris Hemsworth, who plays Thor. Yeah, so any of those three, I would be more than happy to kiss under the mistletoe at Christmas. But my number one at the moment is definitely Tom Hardy. Question five is, do we have any Christmas traditions? So I've mentioned this before, but every year my sisters and me wear exactly the same thing at Christmas. So we'll always have the same like Christmas PJs or matching Christmas jumpers or matching Christmas outfits. One year we had snowman onesies, but we always dress the same over Christmas, and we'll always have like a photo of the three of us together. My sister for my birthday recently did like a montage of photos on Facebook, and there were like, I don't know, 50 photos of us in different kind of Christmas outfits over the years, because we may have like Christmas jumpers for Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day we might have like headbands with like Christmas trees on, or like Rudolph hats or whatever it might be. So there is always a bit of a Christmas theme with us always wearing kind of the same thing at Christmas. Other Christmas traditions, I normally go to the panto. I'm actually not going this year. It's the first year for ages I haven't been. I just kind of have run out of time, and yeah, before I know it, it's nearly Christmas and I haven't booked to go, but normally we go to panto. The other thing we often do at Christmas, I often go up to London and go and see the Christmas lights, and go to Harrods and get a Christmas bauble with the year on it. Again, this year unfortunately we haven't had a chance to do that, but that is another kind of Christmas tradition. And the other Christmas tradition that I've mentioned before was a couple of weeks ago we went to the cinema to see the screening of the Nutcracker Ballet from the Royal Opera House, and that is absolutely brilliant, and we do that as a group of friends every year. So all of those kind of Christmas traditions, I guess, and yeah, we do a kind of similar thing each year. Question 6 is, what does Christmas Day look like for me? So if I start with Christmas Eve, back in the day, Christmas Eve used to be our kind of biggest night out of the year. We always used to go down to the local and or to one of the pubs in town. Everybody would kind of know which pub we were all going to, and it would be an absolutely massive night, and I would often wake up on Christmas morning feeling slightly worse for wear. These days I'm definitely much more of a homebody, so Christmas Eve day we'll go to the pub, but we'll go and have a meal, and then I'll spend Christmas Eve evening with my family, and we'll probably watch a Christmas film or something. And we often have lots and lots of canapes on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day I'll wake up at my house, and then I'll go round to my parents. My sisters will be there, my nephew will be there, and my sister will cook smoked salmon, scrambled eggs and toast for brekkie. I might have a glass of Bucks Fizz as well, and then we tend to do when I go around to my family's in the morning on Christmas Day, I'll drive around in my Christmas pyjamas and Christmas dressing gown, and yeah, have brekkie and everything there, because my sisters like to think that I've spent the night there the night before. I haven't, I've gone back to my own bed, but they like me to be like there in my PJs when they wake up. And then we'll do stockings. Santa still visits me, but he visits me at my parents' house. So we'll then me and my sisters will open our stockings, and obviously my nephew this year too. We will open our stockings, and it's really funny, like we all open our stockings. We don't get like super expensive bits at all, but we love everything we get. We just get things like nuts and satsumas, chocolate coins, all that kind of malarkey, maybe like a Christmas mug, and we love what we get. But often after we've all opened our stockings, me and my sisters will then swap our bits and pieces. So we'll trade, like if somebody's got like a bar of chocolate, I'll trade them for like a highlight, like a Cadbury's Highlight hot chocolate or whatever, and we kind of swap all our bits and pieces. So we'll do that. Obviously we've had our brekkie, and then we'll eat lots of chocolate, and then at lunchtime my other parents will come over. So I've got a bit of a large eclectic family, and we're a bit like the Brady Bunch, but we all spend Christmas, we all get on really well, and we all spend Christmas together. So the rest of my family will come over, and we'll all have Christmas lunch together. Christmas lunch is massive, so half the family do like the turkey, the pigs in blankets, the gravy, the bread sauce, and then the other half of the family do the potatoes, sprouts, all the veggies, red cabbage, blah blah blah. So it kind of like, yeah, half and half really, and then somebody will do the mince pies, somebody else will do the pudding. So we'll have a massive Christmas dinner, and then after Christmas we do our prezzies, and then the other half of the family will probably go home, and then we sit and just eat multiple Christmas dinners really. So we'll have like another plate of leftovers in the afternoon or in the evening, and just eat all the chocolate, watch Christmas films, lie on the sofa, and yeah, have quite a lazy afternoon. We do quite often go out for a walk. We might play a game, like I really like Articulate or Scattergories. But yeah, long and short, it's a lot of eating, to be honest. That's what Christmas Day looks like. Question 7 is, what will I wear on Christmas Day? So as I mentioned, me and my sisters tend to wear the same thing, but we sometimes will change, like for Christmas lunch. So if we've all got like matching Christmas PJs, obviously when the family come round, we'll change and like put something else on, in which case I'll probably just do something really simple, like Christmas jumper, maybe a leather skirt and tights and boots, or like something like that. But quite regularly I just wear like a Christmas jumper, whatever me and my sisters are wearing, with just jeans and boots, or leggings and boots, because I find it's quite important to be comfortable for the volume of food that I eat on Christmas Day. So that tends to be what I wear on Christmas Day. Question 8 is, what do I want for Christmas? So present wise, assuming that's what the question means, it's kind of tricky because I have my birthday just before Christmas, and I get lots of lovely things. I don't really need anything, and I'm quite boring. I often just ask for vouchers so I can like buy stuff at the beginning of the year. This year there's only like 3 things that I really want for Christmas. One is Galaxy chocolate. Sorry, not very Slimming Worldy. 2 is, and the other 2 are really big ticket items. So what we're doing as a family this year is, rather than buying everybody buying everybody a present, with my like immediate families, like my sisters, my parents, that kind of thing, we are just buying one present. So everybody has one person to buy for, and we're buying like one thing, if that makes sense. And so this year there's 2 things that I want. I think they're quite expensive, so I've just asked for vouchers so I can kind of get them in the new year, and I asked for vouchers for my birthday as well. So hopefully in the new year I can buy, or put everything together and kind of buy one or both of these 2 things. I've got obviously vouchers from a couple of weeks ago that I haven't spent yet, but the 2 things that I really want next year, one is a Dyson handheld Hoover. I know that sounds really boring, but never mind. Yeah, so a cordless Dyson I really want, and that's the first one. And the second one is, I really want a Tefal Actifry. I really want to be able to do nice chips. Again, I know that's really boring, but they're the only 2 things, other than Galaxy, that I really want this Christmas. And I know they are both a bit expensive, so yeah, hopefully I can get some vouchers and can buy those 2 things at some point early next year. So that is what is on my list. Question 9 is, what is my highlight of 2018? So this is quite difficult to do, because I feel like I've had a lot of highlights of 2018, but I've come up with a couple. One is starting YouTube. I know that's quite probably sounds daft, but I'd been talking about it for about 6 months before I did it, and I feel like pleased with myself that I actually plucked up the courage to do it, because I was very nervous, didn't really know what I was doing, and eventually in August this year I started my channel. So that was a definite highlight. I feel pleased and proud that I got the courage to do it, but I've also found that it's been not only great for my weight loss journey, that it's kind of kept me mindful and on track, but I've come into contact with all you lovely people, and you've been so supportive and lovely as viewers and subscribers, and just brilliant, and you've really helped me. I've also feel like a lot of the other YouTubers have just been really kind and welcoming to me as well. Just the fact that I'm doing a tag video that somebody's tagged me in, I just think it's really lovely. So I'm super grateful that yeah, I've been welcomed into the YouTube community. So YouTube has definitely been a highlight for 2018. I still don't really know what I'm doing, but so far it's been great. Number 2 would be graduating. So I'm in my 40s, and a couple of years ago I decided to go back to college and was studying part-time at the same time as working, and it was pretty tough. There were like a lot of weekends where I would much rather have been doing something fun, but I persevered, and this October I graduated, and I'm really pleased that I did it, not just because, again, it was like a bit of a challenge, but also I met some really, really lovely people at college, and yeah, so I'm pleased that I kind of sort of stretched myself and did that. So that was a big highlight of 2018. Number 3, was this summer I went out to Spain with some girls that I used to work with in Spain 20 years ago. We used to work kind of as holiday reps, I guess, about 20 years ago. And this year, having not stayed in contact or anything, we kind of recently got back in contact and decided to meet up together for the first time in 20 years and went out to Spain and had a weekend together. And we did it super on the cheap. It was like just a real cheapy trip to Spain. We went totally basic on accommodation and everything, and I had the best time. They are such lovely girls, and I just am really delighted they're back in my life because yeah, we had a real riot 20 years ago, and it was a bit of a risk meeting up 20 years later in our 40s and, you know, seeing if we still got on, because obviously you do change over that period of time. But I had a really, really nice time, and that to me was a major highlight. So that's highlight number 3. And my 4th highlight of this year is just watching my nephew grow up. He's nearly 2. I absolutely adore him. He is the light of my life, and he has brought so much joy to my family. And yeah, he is a big highlight of 2018. Just see him become a proper cheeky chappy, and yeah, he's just totally mischievous, but I absolutely adore him. So that is my 4th highlight of 2018. Question 10 is, what are my New Year's resolutions 2019? So I've done loads. I always do loads. I'm a bit of a list writer anyway, but I kind of started by thinking, by this time next year, where do I want to be? How do I want to kind of look back on the year, and what do I want to be able to say? And from that, I've kind of looked at different kind of strategies that I can put into place to kind of hopefully get me to mean that this time next year I can look back and be content that I've made good choices over this year. So my first New Year's resolution is to do with money and spending money and waste. So I have a lot of clothes. I have clothes from a size 10 to a size 16. I buy a lot of stuff. I don't buy expensive stuff at all. I buy really cheap stuff, but I buy a volume of things. So if I'm going on holiday, I won't buy a bikini. I'll buy like 5 bikinis. And yes, they may only cost like a tenner each or 15 quid each, but it's massively unnecessary. And to be honest, I can't afford to do that. I just have been doing very mindless spending, and I need to stop that. So one of my first New Year's resolution for 2019 is from the 1st of January until my birthday, which is at the beginning of December, apart from undies and nightwear, I am not going to buy any clothes at all. For me, that's quite a major statement because I don't know why I do it really, but if I've got like an event coming up, I will almost always buy something new. As I say, I haven't got the money to do it, so it's just stupid. I really want to move house in the next couple of years, and if I'm going to do that, I need to be starting to make changes to my spending and my finances now. I need to start being more sensible. So hopefully with that New Year's resolution about buying clothes and not buying clothes anymore, that is going to impact that in a good way. Along the same lines, I'm also a bit wasteful about food as well. I buy probably more food than I need. My cupboards are always well stocked, and I need to stop that. I am going to start trying to eat down the food in my freezer and in my cupboards, and be more mindful about what I'm doing, what I'm buying, not buying food because it looks nice, but rather kind of meal planning a bit more, and starting to kind of create meals from my freezer and from the food that I've got in my cupboards, rather than just buying nice food that looks good. And yeah, so that is my second New Year's resolution, is to be less wasteful when it comes to food. Along the food lines, my third New Year's resolution is that for the month of January of 2019, I am going to go meat free. So I'm still going to eat fish, and I'm still going to have dairy and eggs, but I am going to give up meat and, as much as I can, meat products. Like, I'm no expert, so I may make the odd mistake with like a yogurt or something that I'm unaware of, not being meat free. But for January 2019, I'm going to give up meat. I also really, in addition to kind of wanting to be better at saving money and not spending money mindlessly, I just want to be also very conscious about like my mental health and my stress levels in 2019. This year has felt quite stressful in a number of ways, and I want to put it's been a great year, but I want to put some different strategies in place to help me be slightly less stressed in 2019. And there are a few things that I'm going to be doing that I won't mention here, but a couple of things that I hope to do a bit more of in 2019 are I'd like to go to bed earlier, and I know that sounds like a really minor thing, but I'm so busy that I often don't get to bed till kind of 1 o'clock, and my alarm goes off a few hours later, and in addition to taking its toll on my face, I also feel like it takes its toll on my sort of stress levels as well. So I want to start going to bed earlier. I also want to start reading more and watching more TV as well, which sounds daft, but this year I've barely watched any TV, and I love like detective series and like dramas and things like that, and I really enjoy watching them. But over this year, I just haven't really had that much time. I was obviously at college until the summer, and then I started YouTube in the summer as well, so I haven't had an awful lot of spare time this year, and I'd like to just try this year over 2019 to give a bit more time to having some downtime, so reading a book or watching some TV. As silly as that sounds, I just want to relax a little bit more. I also am very conscious that I don't do any exercise at all. When I started my YouTube channel in the summer, I was out and about. I guess it was light, or lighter than it is in winter, so I was out and about, but I was also doing a lot of the Leslie Sansom walk from home videos and some of the Pop Sugar like workout videos on YouTube, and I've got YouTube on my TV, so I was doing a lot of Leslie Sansom walk from home in my lounge in the summer. And gradually, as it's got a bit darker or life's got busier over this autumn and winter, I've become really slack, and I haven't done any exercise apart from walking, which I do most weekends. I haven't done any kind of exercise in the middle of the week for like months, so I need to get much better at that, and that's going to be a focus point for me for 2019 as well. And I think I just want to become more mindful about my blessings as well. My dad bought me a diary where you just write a line a day, and I think in there I just want to put the things that I'm thankful for, because I have quite a lot of stressful bits and pieces going on, and I think it's important for me to remember that sometimes where I give my energy is not where my energy should go. And actually there are people in my life who deserve me being more present, and I therefore want to make sure that I'm not giving my time and energy to stressful people or stressful situations, and rather that I just take a bit of a kind of take stock and actually think about who and what in my life is important. Be grateful for what I have, be grateful for the little things, because we all have so many blessings, and I think hopefully by writing in that diary every day it should make me remember the little things that I should be thankful for. So on that note, in terms of having a bit more time and being more organised and wanting to make sure that I am fully focused for you guys too, from the new year I'm going to have a bit more of a regular upload schedule. So I'll be doing a set video or twice a week. So once in the middle of the week with my weekly weigh-in update, and once the weekend, which will be a bit more of a vlog or a what I eat in a day. I might do the odd kind of bonus extra videos, so I end up doing 3 videos a week, but certainly I'm going to start with 2 regularly so that you know when to expect videos from me, but also so that I can make sure that the content is good and there's better quality. I can spend a bit more time, maybe do a few recipes, that kind of thing, as opposed to you know, doing it when I'm at work and I'm just haven't got that much time to kind of give to it. So from the new year, as I say, there will be a regular 2 video a week upload schedule with like the odd bonus video from time to time. So anyway, this is the end of my New Year's resolution and the end of my Christmas tags. So thank you so much, Natalie Marie Josey, for tagging me. Definitely check out her channel, it's really good. But I'm not going to tag anyone else because I think everybody has now done one of the 2 Christmas tags that I've seen. Certainly I think everybody that I watch has done that. But if you want to let me know your answers to any of those questions in the comment box below, I'd love to hear. So all there is for me to say is thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for your support this year. You have been absolutely brilliant. The subscribers, the viewers, the other YouTubers, just all absolutely lovely. So thank you for welcoming me into the community. Thank you for supporting my weight loss journey, and I hope you all have a really lovely Christmas, and I look forward to seeing you very soon in my next video. Take care, bye.